Welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring the fascinating world of the United States Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin and counting down 60 of the most valuable and collectible Lincoln Memorial pennies ever produced. While millions of these coins were made between 1959 and 2008, a small number stand out because of their rare mint marks, unique minting errors, outstanding condition, and incredible auction prices. Some of these pennies have sold for hundreds, thousands, and even tens of thousands of dollars, proving that an ordinary-looking 1-cent coin can become an extraordinary treasure. Whether you're an experienced collector or simply checking the coins in your pocket, this guide will help you understand what makes these Lincoln Memorial cents so valuable. So let's get started. First up, the 1987 United States Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin without a mint mark in fine condition. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary penny worth only 1 cent. However, the fascinating world of coin collecting has shown us that even common-looking coins can become surprisingly valuable under the right circumstances. In today's video, we'll explore the history of the 1987 Lincoln Memorial penny, its unique characteristics, why collectors search for certain examples, and how some rare varieties and exceptional specimens have sold for impressive amounts of money at auctions. Stay with us until the end because you may discover that a penny sitting in an old jar could be more valuable than you ever imagined. The Lincoln cent has been one of the most recognizable coins in American history since it was first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. The Lincoln Memorial reverse design was introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and remained in production until 2008. The 1987 Lincoln Memorial cent was produced during a period when the United States Mint was striking billions of pennies each year for circulation. Coins without a mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not place a mint mark on Lincoln cents during that era. These coins were struck on copper-plated zinc planchets, weighing approximately 2.5 grams, making them lighter than the older bronze cents produced before 1982. While the vast majority entered circulation and remain common today, certain examples have attracted collector interest because of their condition, striking quality, and rare minting errors. The obverse of the 1987 Lincoln Memorial cent features the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. The inscriptions "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date 1987 appear clearly on the front of the coin. Since this example has no mint mark, it indicates production at the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, with the tiny statue of Lincoln visible between the columns under magnification. The words United States of America, 1 cent, and E pluribus unum complete the reverse design. In fine condition, moderate circulation were as visible on Lincoln's hair, cheek, and coat, while many of the coin's major design elements remain distinct. Although fine condition is considered a circulated grade, collectors still appreciate well-preserved examples with attractive surfaces and original color. Additionally, valuable error varieties such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, broad strikes, and dramatic misalignments can significantly increase the value of an otherwise ordinary 1987 penny. The standard 1987 Lincoln Memorial cent without a mint mark is not considered rare because the Philadelphia Mint produced billions of these coins. However, finding one in exceptionally preserved condition or with a significant mint error is much more challenging. Collectors are constantly searching through bankrolls, old piggy banks, inherited collections, and pocket change hoping to discover unusual varieties that escape the mint's quality control process. Error coins are especially desirable because every mistake is unique, making them highly collectible. Certified examples graded by professional grading services such as MS-67 or higher are also scarce due to the difficulty of finding flawless coins from such a heavily circulated issue. As demand for high-grade registry sets continues to grow, premium quality 1987 pennies have become increasingly desirable among serious collectors. A typical 1987 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark in fine circulated condition is generally worth about 1 cent to 25 cents, depending on its appearance and collector demand. Uncirculated examples commonly sell for $1 to $10, while brilliant high-grade specimens may bring $20 to over $100. Professionally graded examples in MS-67 or better have sold for several $100s when they display exceptional eye appeal. If a 1987 penny features a dramatic mint error such as a major off-center strike, doubled die, or another significant production mistake, its value can range from $100 to over $2,000, with especially spectacular and well-preserved error coins bringing even higher prices at major auctions. Auction values ultimately depend on rarity, certification, eye appeal, and competition among collectors. If you own a 1987 Lincoln Memorial Penny, examine it carefully under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for unusual doubling on the lettering or date, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, or other noticeable mint errors. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning can permanently reduce its collector value. Store interesting examples in protective holders to prevent damage from moisture and scratches. If you believe you have a rare error coin or an exceptionally well-preserved specimen, consider submitting it to a professional grading service for authentication and grading. Keeping up with auction results and studying recent sales can also help you better understand the true market value of your coins before selling them. The 1987 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin without a mint mark in fine condition may appear to be an ordinary piece of pocket change, but the world of coin collecting teaches us that every coin deserves a closer look. While most circulated examples remain worth only face value, exceptional high-grade coins and rare mint errors can command hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. The excitement of discovering one of these hidden treasures continues to inspire collectors around the world. So before you spend your next penny, take a moment to inspect it carefully. You never know when a seemingly ordinary coin could become an extraordinary find. Next up, the 1999 United States Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin with no mint mark in circulated condition. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another ordinary penny that millions of Americans have carried in their pockets. However, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. While most 1999 Lincoln Memorial cents without a mint mark are only worth face value, a small number featuring exceptional preservation, dramatic mint errors, or unique characteristics have sold for impressive amounts at auctions. In this video, we'll explore the history of this coin, its unique features, why collectors search for certain examples, and how much the rarest pieces can be worth today. The Lincoln Memorial cent was introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, replacing the famous wheat cent design. The reverse featured the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., while the obverse continued Victor David Brenner's classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. The 1999 Lincoln Memorial cent was struck during a period when billions of pennies were produced for everyday commerce. Coins without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not place a mint mark on Lincoln cents for circulation. Because of the enormous production numbers, most 1999 no-mint mark cents remain very common today. Nevertheless, collectors always examine these coins carefully because unusual varieties and mint errors can transform an ordinary cent into a highly collectible piece. The 1999 Lincoln Memorial cent is composed of a zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper, weighs approximately 2.5 grams, and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. The obverse displays Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the word Liberty to the left and the date 1999 to the right. Above Lincoln appears the national motto, "In God We Trust." Since this coin has no mint mark, it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial stands prominently in the center, with United States of America around the top, 1 cent at the bottom, and the motto E Pluribus Unum above the memorial. Collectors also search for off-center strikes, broad strikes, double dies, die cracks, clipped planchets, and other striking errors that can significantly increase the value of certain examples. Although the standard 1999 Philadelphia Lincoln Memorial cent is not considered rare because billions were produced, truly exceptional examples are much more difficult to find. Coins that survived in flawless mint state grades are scarce because most entered circulation immediately after leaving the mint. Even more desirable are coins with dramatic mint errors or certified high-grade examples graded by professional grading services. Collectors appreciate these coins because they represent the final years of the Lincoln Memorial design before the Lincoln bicentennial redesigns were introduced in 2009. As interest in modern error coins continues to grow, rare 1999 Lincoln cents with striking mistakes or outstanding preservation have become increasingly attractive to collectors and auction buyers. In circulated condition, a normal 1999 Lincoln Memorial cent without a mint mark is generally worth only 1 cent, and sometimes a few cents to beginning collectors. Attractive uncirculated examples can sell for several dollars depending on their condition. Certified mint state coins in very high grades, such as MS-67 or above, may bring anywhere from around $100 to over $1,000, depending on eye appeal, certification, and collector demand. If the coin features a significant mint error, such as a major double die, dramatic off-center strike, or another rare production mistake, auction prices can climb into the hundreds or even several $1,000s. These exceptional results are reserved for genuinely rare and authenticated examples, not ordinary circulated coins. If you own a 1999 Lincoln Memorial cent without a mint mark, examine it carefully under good lighting and with a magnifying glass. Look for unusual doubling, off-center designs, missing details, die cracks, or other striking abnormalities. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning can permanently reduce its collector value. Store interesting coins in protective holders to prevent damage, and if you believe your coin has a rare error or is in exceptional condition, consider having it authenticated and graded by a reputable third-party grading service. Comparing your coin with certified examples can also help you determine whether it has characteristics that collectors are actively seeking. The 1999 United States Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin without a mint mark is a perfect reminder that valuable treasures can sometimes hide in everyday pocket change. While the vast majority of circulated examples are worth only face value, rare mint errors and superb high-grade specimens have achieved remarkable auction prices. That is why collectors continue searching through jars of pennies, hoping to discover the next hidden treasure. So before you spend your next 1999 Lincoln cent, take a closer look. You might be holding a coin that is worth far more than one penny. Next up, the 1983 United States Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin. While millions of these pennies were produced, a small number stand out because of rare minting errors, exceptional preservation, or unusual characteristics. In this video, we'll explore the history of the 1983 Lincoln Memorial cent, its unique features, why collectors search for certain examples, and how some have reached impressive prices at auctions. If you have old pennies stored away, this video may encourage you to check them more carefully. The Lincoln Memorial cent was introduced in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, replacing the earlier wheat cent design. The reverse features the famous Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., while the obverse displays Victor David Brenner's classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln. The 1983 penny was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the D Mint mark beneath the date. By 1983, the United States Mint had already switched from the heavy copper alloy used before 1982 to a lighter zinc core coated with copper. This change made the coins less expensive to produce but also more vulnerable to corrosion when the thin copper plating becomes damaged. As a result, many 1983 pennies appear rusty or heavily discolored today, although the discoloration is usually corrosion rather than actual rust because the coin contains zinc instead of iron. The 1983 Lincoln Memorial cent has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, weighs approximately 2.5 grams, and features a copper-plated zinc composition. The obverse displays Abraham Lincoln facing right, along with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, the date 1983, and the D Mint mark. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial with the denomination 1 cent and the country name United States of America. Although millions were struck, collectors pay close attention to coins with sharp details, bright original surfaces, and especially mint errors. Valuable examples may include dramatic off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, clipped planchets, broad strikes, or other genuine mint errors. A coin that merely looks rusty or dark is generally not considered rare by itself. In fact, corrosion usually lowers a coin's value unless it also possesses a significant mint error or another highly desirable characteristic. The standard 1983 Lincoln Memorial cent is one of the more common pennies in circulation because the Denver Mint produced billions of them. However, finding one in perfect mint state condition is much more difficult than finding a circulated example. Coins that have never entered circulation and retain their original mint luster are highly sought after by. Even greater demand exists for authenticated error coins from 1983. Collectors compete aggressively for major mint errors because each one is unique or produced in very limited numbers. Professionally graded examples certified by respected grading companies often attract serious bidders during major coin auctions. Coins with outstanding eye appeal, rare errors, and high grades consistently command the strongest prices. A typical circulated 1983 Lincoln Memorial cent is usually worth only 1 cent or a few cents. Nice uncirculated examples can sell for several dollars, while superb mint state examples graded at the highest levels may sell for hundreds of dollars. The real excitement begins with genuine mint error coins. Depending on the type of error, rarity, condition, and professional certification, auction prices can range from several $100s to several $1,000s. Exceptional examples with dramatic errors have brought impressive auction results, with some selling for well over $5,000. The exact value always depends on the coin's condition, authenticity, rarity, and current collector demand at the time of sale. If a 1983 penny appears rusty or corroded but has no verified mint error, it is generally worth little more than face value. That's why careful examination and professional authentication are essential before assuming a coin is highly valuable. If you own a 1983 Lincoln Memorial cent, examine it under good lighting with a magnifying glass. Look for unusual doubling, off-center strikes, clipped edges, die cracks, or other genuine mint errors. Check the coin's weight using a precise digital scale, as unusual weight can sometimes indicate an error worth investigating. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning can permanently reduce its collector value. Store valuable coins in protective holders to prevent further damage. If you believe you have an exceptional example, consider submitting it to a professional grading service for authentication and grading. Certified coins are generally more trusted by collectors and often achieve stronger prices in the marketplace. The 1983 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin reminds us that even an everyday penny can become an exciting collectible under the right circumstances. While most rusty or corroded examples are not valuable, rare mint errors, outstanding preservation, and certified high-grade specimens can bring impressive auction prices. Before spending your old pennies, take a closer look. You never know what hidden treasure might be waiting in your collection. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more fascinating stories about valuable United States coins that could be worth far more than their face value. Next up, the 1976 United States Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin. At first glance, it may appear to be just another old penny, especially if it is dirty, dark, or heavily circulated. However, appearances can be deceiving. While most dirty 1976 pennies are only worth a few cents, a small number with exceptional preservation, rare mint errors, or unusual characteristics have sold for hundreds and even over $1,000 at major auctions. In this video, we'll explore the history, unique features, rarity, collector demand, current market values, and what makes certain examples worth far more than face value. The 1976 Lincoln Memorial cent was struck during the celebration of the 200th anniversary of the United States. While the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar received special bicentennial designs, the Lincoln cent continued with its traditional Lincoln Memorial reverse. The Denver Mint produced billions of 1976 cents, making them very common in circulation. The coin was designed by Victor David Brenner on the obverse, featuring Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse displaying the Lincoln Memorial was designed by Frank Gasparo. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighs approximately 3.11 grams, has a diameter of 19 millimeters, and features a plain edge. Despite the enormous mintage, collectors continue searching these pennies because valuable mint errors and superb condition examples still exist. The 1976 Lincoln Memorial cent displays Abraham Lincoln facing right on the front with the date 1976 and the small D mint mark below the date, indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. The reverse features the famous Lincoln Memorial with the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. A dirty or dark-colored coin usually shows years of circulation and natural oxidation. Dirt alone does not make a coin rare or valuable. However, collectors carefully inspect these coins for doubled dies, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, cuts, laminations, and other genuine mint errors. These unusual features can dramatically increase the value compared with an ordinary circulated example. Although billions of 1976 cents were produced, finding one in flawless mint state condition is surprisingly difficult because most entered circulation immediately and accumulated wear over decades. Collectors also compete for certified high-grade examples with bright original red surfaces and for genuine mint errors. Even though a dirty circulated coin is generally common, a coin that combines a rare error with strong eye appeal or exceptional preservation can attract serious bidding from collectors. This combination of condition rarity and mint errors is what creates the highest demand in today's market. If your 1976 D Lincoln cent is dirty and heavily circulated, it is usually worth only 1 cent to a few cents, with copper content adding a small premium. A nice uncirculated example may sell for several dollars depending on its grade. Certified gem mint state coins can reach hundreds of dollars, and one certified example has realized more than $1,200 at auction because of its outstanding condition. Rare error coins with dramatic off-center strikes, doubled dies, or other significant mint mistakes can also sell for hundreds of dollars depending on the severity of the error and collector demand. Before assuming your coin is valuable, it is important to have unusual pieces authenticated and graded by a reputable third-party grading service. If you own a 1976 D Lincoln Memorial cent, avoid cleaning it, even if it appears dirty. Cleaning often damages the original surface and can reduce collector value. Examine the coin under good lighting with a magnifying glass to look for mint errors, unusual doubling, or other striking abnormalities. Weigh the coin to confirm its correct specifications and compare it with known varieties. Store valuable coins in protective holders to prevent further damage, and consider professional grading if you believe your coin has an important error or exceptional condition. Patience and careful examination are often rewarded in the world of coin collecting. The 1976 D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin proves that an ordinary-looking penny can still hold surprises. While most dirty circulated examples have only modest value, rare mint errors and superb high-grade coins have brought impressive auction prices and remain highly sought after by collectors. The next time you search through your pocket change or an old coin jar, don't ignore a 1976 D penny. Take a closer look because one small detail could make all the difference. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more rare United States coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your treasure hunting. Next up, the 1973 United States Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin with no mint mark in extra fine condition. While millions of these pennies were produced, collectors know that condition, originality, and eye appeal can make a significant difference in value. In this video, we will explore the history of this classic American coin, examine its unique features, discuss why collectors still seek it today, reveal its current market value, and explain what to look for before buying or selling one. Stay until the end because you might discover that your old penny is worth more than you ever imagined. The Lincoln Memorial cent was introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the famous Lincoln wheat cent and featured a new reverse design showing the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. The 1973 penny continued this historic series during a period when the United States Mint was producing billions of cents each year for everyday circulation. A 1973 penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, where mint marks were not used on regular Lincoln cents at that time. More than 3.7 billion no-mint mark cents were produced in 1973, making it a very common issue overall. However, well-preserved examples remain desirable because many entered circulation immediately and accumulated wear over decades. The obverse of the 1973 Lincoln Memorial cent displays the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Above Lincoln's head appears the motto, "In God We Trust," while liberty is positioned to the left and the date 1973 is found on the right. Since this coin has no mint mark, it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, features the impressive Lincoln Memorial with the inscriptions United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and 1 cent. Under magnification, collectors can even see the tiny seated statue of Lincoln inside the memorial, one of the most fascinating details ever placed on a circulating U.S. coin. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin, weighs approximately 3.11 grams, and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. In extra fine condition, most of the original design details remain sharp, although moderate wear is visible on the highest points of Lincoln's portrait and the memorial. Although the 1973 Philadelphia penny is not rare by mintage, attractive extra fine examples are becoming more difficult to locate because many coins spent decades in circulation. Collectors appreciate these copper cents for their historical significance, classic design, and affordability. Coins with attractive natural color, minimal scratches, and no cleaning are much more desirable than damaged pieces. The greatest premiums are generally reserved for uncirculated coins with full original red color or for genuine mint error varieties. Therefore, while an extra fine example is collectible, exceptional mint state coins and unusual errors attract the strongest competition at auctions. The value of a 1973 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark depends heavily on its condition. Most circulated examples sell for only a few cents above face value because of the enormous number produced. A typical extra fine example usually sells for approximately 25 cents to $2, depending on color, eye appeal, and collector demand. Attractive about uncirculated coins may bring a few dollars, while certified mint state examples can range from around $5 to several $100s. The finest known specimens have achieved auction prices approaching $5,000, but those are exceptionally rare coins with nearly perfect preservation and professional grading. These impressive auction results should not be confused with ordinary circulated pennies, which remain very common. If you own a 1973 no mint mark Lincoln cent, examine it carefully under good lighting and magnification. Look for original copper color, strong details, and signs that the coin has not been cleaned or damaged. Weighing the coin can also confirm that it matches the standard copper composition. Store valuable examples in protective holders to prevent scratches and environmental damage. If you believe your coin has an unusual mint error or appears to be in outstanding uncirculated condition, consider having it authenticated and graded by a professional grading service before offering it for sale. A certified grade can increase buyer confidence and may improve auction results. The 1973 United States Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin without a mint mark in extra fine condition may not be one of America's rarest pennies, but it remains an important piece of U.S. coinage history. Its beautiful Lincoln Memorial design, copper composition, and connection to the Philadelphia Mint make it a favorite among collectors. While most extra fine examples are modestly priced, exceptionally preserved coins and rare error varieties can command impressive prices in today's collector market. That is why every old penny deserves a careful inspection. You never know when an ordinary-looking coin could become a valuable addition to your collection or even a rewarding auction discovery. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep checking your pocket change because the next valuable coin could already be in your hands. Next up, the 1970 United States Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin with no mint mark, especially examples that appear brown, dark, or rusty after decades of circulation. Many people assume these old pennies are worthless because of their worn appearance, but in the world of coin collecting, every coin deserves a closer inspection. While most rusty-looking 1970 pennies have only face value, a few exceptional examples with rare errors, unusual varieties, or outstanding preservation have sold for impressive amounts at auction. Let's discover what makes this coin so interesting and whether the one in your pocket could be worth far more than 1 cent. The 1970 Lincoln Memorial cent was struck during a time when the United States Mint was producing billions of pennies for everyday use. Coins without a mint mark were made at the Philadelphia Mint, which produced approximately 1.9 billion Lincoln cents that year. These coins are composed of 95% copper with small amounts of tin and zinc, weigh 3.11 grams, and measure 19 millimeters in diameter. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. Because of their copper composition, many surviving coins have toned to brown or developed a rusty appearance over time, although this is usually oxidation rather than actual rust. One of the easiest ways to identify the 1970 Philadelphia penny is the absence of a mint mark beneath the date. The coin carries the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the detailed Lincoln Memorial on the back. Collectors examine every detail, including the sharpness of the lettering, the quality of the strike, the original mint luster, and any unusual minting errors. Although the famous small date variety belongs to the San Francisco Mint issues, Philadelphia coins can still be valuable if they exhibit major doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, or if they survive in exceptionally high mint state grades with brilliant original red color. Despite the enormous mintage, collector demand remains strong because Lincoln cents are among the most widely collected coins in the United States. Millions of collectors search through rolls, old piggy banks, estate collections, and jars of pocket change hoping to discover an overlooked rarity. A typical brown or rusty circulated 1970 penny is common, but collectors are willing to pay significant premiums for coins with dramatic mint errors or certified gem condition. Since very few Philadelphia coins remain in nearly perfect condition after more than 50 years, top-grade examples have become surprisingly scarce. Now let's talk about value. A heavily circulated 1970 no-mint mark penny with a brown or rusty appearance is generally worth only 1 cent or perhaps a few cents to copper collectors. Attractive uncirculated examples may sell for a few dollars. Certified mint state coins can reach hundreds of dollars depending on their grade, and exceptionally rare top population examples have realized several $1,000s at major auctions. According to recent market guides and auction records, outstanding certified 1970 Philadelphia cents have sold for more than $4,000, while the truly spectacular 5-figure auction prices belong to rare San Francisco varieties such as the 1970s double die or small date issues, not ordinary Philadelphia brown coins. If you own a 1970 Lincoln Memorial Penny, examine it carefully before spending it. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the date, lettering, and Lincoln's portrait for signs of doubling or other unusual features. Confirm that there is no mint mark below the date if you are identifying the Philadelphia issue. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning can greatly reduce its collector value. Store promising coins in protective holders and consider professional grading if you believe your coin has a rare error or is in exceptional condition. Even a common-looking penny can become valuable when it possesses the right combination of rarity, originality, and preservation. In conclusion, the 1970 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin without a mint mark is one of America's classic copper pennies. Most examples that look rusty or brown are common and worth only a small amount, but rare mint errors and superb uncirculated specimens continue to attract serious collectors and bring impressive prices at auction. That's why it always pays to inspect your pocket change carefully. You never know when an ordinary-looking penny could turn out to be a hidden collectible. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more exciting coin discoveries and valuable rare coin stories. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest rare coin discoveries and value guides. Share this video with your friends and fellow collectors, and let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable Lincoln Memorial penny. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.